As music producers, I think we can all agree that Don Toliver's music it's different. The first time I ever heard him was on Can't Say on Astroworld, and I was instantly blown away by his voice and his style. Then, in 2019, he dropped No ID, and that's when I really became a fan.
I know that you're drunk. Yeah. Tell me what you want after this club.
The synth-heavy and atmospheric vibe, combined with hard-hitting trap drums, had a huge impact on my sound, and still does to this day. So what are the secrets behind that one-of-a-kind sound? I'm Stasha, and today I'm breaking down how I try to capture that sound in my own production. I'll show you the techniques I use and how I mix in analog gear to create very unique textures. But before we dive in, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel if you want more of this content. You guys are my motivation, so let's get into it. To start the sample, I used a super atmospheric sound from Analog Lab. I softened it using a LA2A compressor, and then used Bloom from Oak Sound and the FabFilter Pro Q4 to help it sit better in the mix. With that sound, I played a very simple 5-chord progression to set the mood, and I added some pitch automation to make it sound more dynamic and glitchy. After that intro, I laid the foundation of the chorus by layering a pad and keys, also from Analog Lab, playing the same chords, but this time not arpeggiated. To add texture on them, I used Portal on the keys, Shaperbox 3 for volume movement on the pad, and Digitalis to give everything a retro edge. I also used Soothe 2 and the Pro Q4 to EQ and blend the layers nicely. Now, with the bass set, I split the chorus in two main parts. For the first one, I created a unique lead using my Moog grandmother, moving the modulation wheel while playing the notes, running it through my Macrocosm pedal for some spacey and wild delays. Then I used Panman and Digitalis again to make it bounce in the stereo field. For the second half of the chorus, I added a synth from the Lo-Fi Glow contact bank, playing at the tail of each chord. I made it super wide with a doubler, added movement using the plugin Movement, and crushed it with Digitalis for that grainy, beat-crushed feel. On top of that, I threw in a vocal sample from the Vocalist 3 bank, processed with a telephone-style EQ, the OCS 45 plugin, and some slappy delays using the VariSpeed plugin, emulating a Watkins copycat. To wrap up the chorus section, I brought in a heavy synth bass sound from the CS80 emulation plugin from Arturia. I added width with a chorus effect, fattened it up using the Little Labs Voice of God, basically air bass on steroid, and finished it with some warmth and added harmonics using Saturn 2. For transitions, I dropped in a reverse FX one-shot. Here's the full chorus section all together. After that big chorus section, I wanted the verse to feel super minimal for contrast, so I only kept the keys, and to that I added a flute from the Jubel Flute contact bank that I stretched out, reversed and drenched in effects. like a Moogerfooger flanger emulation, Panman for stereo movement, Portal for some trippy delays, and of course Digitalis for that dreamy retro vibe. Once the full sample was done, I ran everything through my master bus chain. OCS 45s for random dropouts and choppiness, a Fairchild from UAD to add glue and analog warmth, Bloom to help shaping the tonal balance of the sample, the SPL beak to add width without adding any phase issues, True Iron and the oven for even more harmonics, and finally tape saturation using the ATR 102 from UAD and the SPL machine head. It seems like a lot of processing, but trust me, it makes a big difference when you are mostly fully in the box and you want to recreate that analog warmth and sound. Let's A and B the sample before and after the processing. So before we keep going, I want all of you guys to follow me on Instagram. I'll drop updates for the next videos, and if I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'll drop a free drum kit for all of you guys, so go follow me. Let's get back to it. With the sample ready, I moved on to the drums. I went for hard-hitting trap drums, but kept the hi-hat really simple and bouncy. Something that's really easy to sing or rap over. With that, I layered in real drum loops and fills that I crushed with a clipper and some Toys Devil Lock for more grit, and used Panman again for stereo movement. To finish it all off, I added a wrist bass to reinforce that chorus low end, and carved out space by cutting the low ends of the sample. For the verses, I added a 808 to boost the contrast and make the chorus hit even harder. I sidechained the 808 to the kick using Sooth 2 and the multi-band compressor to keep them from clashing. And that's a wrap. I hope you learned something new or got inspired to make even more amazing music. If you did, drop a comment, hit the like button, and of course don't forget to subscribe. I got even more dope content coming your way. So see you next week.